All right, so this is now recording for anyone that couldn't make the call. So today I'll be going through, I believe there's 4 services. So there's SwipeTrades, then there's GoldCup, but underneath GoldCup, for those that may not be aware, there's like GoldRush, there's Price Trap, and there's TeaCup. And I'm gonna be going through the differences. Now, my recommendation for anyone new in the business, right? We've actually got quite a few people on the call, out to 43 people. My recommendation for anyone that's 45 was growing up. All right, cool. So we've got quite a few people on the call. All right. So my recommendation for anyone who's quite new in the business is probably the worst thing you could do is try too many different strategies or try too many different products. All right. You really want to home in on one product at a time. Right. So today, what I'm going to do, I'm going to breeze through an overview of the 4 products I'm going to speak about. And depending on your lifestyle, depending on what type of trader you are, you kind of figure out what product you want to use most, right? And I recommend give each product at least 7 days to 4 weeks to really test it out. If it's like a couple of days, you're not really going to see the results because you need at least a week of using it consistently to really see results, and probably 4 weeks to see the bigger picture. So I'd recommend, once I've gone through all the services, pick one you're comfortable with and stick to that service for at least a week without trying too many different things out, right? And the reason why these signal services I'm going to go for are very important is because, like you've heard my story, it took me a year to become consistently profitable. Now, within that space, you can still make money, right? How? Because, trading takes a while for you to build up your own skill set. But when it comes to signals like GoldCup, SwipeTrades, Price Trap, and TeaCup, you're using softwares and professional traders to help you, with your trading game to make money. So that's what signals are for. Ideally, as a company, we want to basically teach you how to trade, all right? So we want to teach you how to fish, but whilst you're learning how to fish, we're going to feed you some fish as well, all right? So that's the motto. So we got signals and we've got, top class education. So the first service I'm going to go through, all right, is GoldCup. So I'm going to share my screen with you guys, and if you can put a 222, if you can see my screen once it's all shared. Give me a second. Oh, where's it gone? All right, let me bring it up. All right, so the first service I'm going to be going through is basically GoldCup. All right. Now, for anyone that hasn't got GoldCup, highly recommend getting it. All right. So the question, perfect. So you guys can see my screen. Anyone that hasn't got GoldCup, I highly recommend getting it. It's, I believe, $20 extra if you're on the basic package, and if you got the full package, it just comes with this anyway. All right, the full package comes with TeaCup, Master's TeaCup, GoldRush. Price Trap is an extra $10, all right, on top of whatever package you're on, okay? So what are the differences between these 4 services and how do they work, all right? Now, depending on what type of trading style you're going to be suitable to in terms of your lifestyle and how you see the market, TeaCup and Master's TeaCup are basically the same, all right? TeaCup is basically a strategy used based on candles, all right? So it's probably one of the most simplest strategies you could ever even use in trading. So if you're somebody that, you find it quite difficult to really understand patterns or understand the market, and maybe you're a slow learner, right? Or maybe you just don't understand anything complicated. If you're a simplistic person, TeaCups, the 2 services, are probably one of the best ones for you to use, all right? And it's predominantly made by a gentleman called, I keep forgetting how to pronounce his name, but somebody help me if I get it wrong. Lasado Tavares, I think I pronounced it right. He's a beast trader. He's on IMO TV as well. And he's one of the, he's well known for being one of the most simplest traders. He doesn't do anything fancy. It's just very, very simple, right? So I'm going to go into TeaCup. TeaCup is just a strategy based on candle formations, all right? And how it works, this is basically a signal. So the difference between TeaCup and Master's TeaCup is that this one, TeaCup, is based on an algorithm giving you the signal. So as soon as this algorithm picks up a pattern that happens in terms of candles, it will send out a signal, okay? Now, Master's TeaCup is manually done by Tavares, Mr. Tavares, right? That's manually done, right? So how this works is very, very simple. It's basically a signal service, right? But it's also a strategy that you can learn as well, all right? So if we zoom in, all right, first things first, all you'll do, you look on the side, there's H1, H4, and D1, so daily one. So depending on how many pips you want to collect, you'll choose which one. If you open it, it will give you different signals that is given out. So let's take GBP USD, okay? As you can see here, all right, there's a certain candle formation that happens in the market. So if you can see here, you're going to see the pattern reoccur. When you see a green candle, right, and another green candle, followed by a red candle that's basically the same length, you'd see this appear on the screen, all right? And what they'll do, they'll call a sell limit. So it's like in the shape of a cup, right, like this. All right, don't worry if you don't understand it. The signal's there. You can learn it whilst you're taking it. So they'll basically give you a sell limit, all right? So what you'll do, you copy this number, you pull it into your MT4, you put the stop loss, the numbers over there, into your MT4, and a take profit, you put that into your MT4 as well. And as you can see, it's made that, you know, that U shape, which is the TeaCup shape. And as soon as it's got here to the sell limit, it started falling down already. So if you took this signal today, you would have been in profit, right? Of around about, that's a 10 pip profit. Take profit is 20 pips, right? That's a 20 pip move. So that's just an example of a TeaCup. And this is the one based off algorithms. So this is literally done by a computer that's giving you the signal, right? And let's see another one. Sell limit. This one just missed. But if it has an X on it, it means like I believe you've missed it, all right? Oh wow! So this one smashed through TP. So as you can see again, you can see a green candle, another green candle, followed by a red candle on the same level. So you can see that's where they've basically done a sell limit. So market's come round and made that U shape. As you can see, it's touched it and it's smashed through TP1. Okay, so you would have just put in those coordinates. You probably would have missed this one as it literally just whipped, but you guys can get the picture. So this is basically how TeaCup works. It's a simple strategy that you can learn. You can find these patterns in the market yourself, but if you haven't got time, then of course you've got signals to help you out, all right? So if we go back, you've got Master's TeaCup, which is exactly the same thing, but instead of algorithms calling out the signal, it's actually professional traders. So you've got two traders that will be calling out the signal for you. So when they recognize this pattern, they'll call it out. So as you can see, this could be like a live one. It's on a 4-hour chart. As you can see, they've given you the coordinates. If you can see here, there's a green candle, followed by a red candle, all right, on the same level. So what does that mean? On this level, you'd put a sell limit. And what happens? It's made that U shape, as you can see, respected this area, and it started dropping, all right? I believe the ratio is about 8 times out of 10 this strategy works, all right? So as you can see, look, it's very, very simple. It's literally based on specific candle formations. So if you're somebody that you don't like, you know, support and resistance, you don't like trend lines, you don't like Fibonacci, like all that's confusing, you want like the most simplest, basic way of trading ever, this is good because all you're looking for is a green candle followed by another one, followed by a red one on the same level. Yep, you enter your sell limit here. It comes round. And I believe on a 4-hour chart, you're aiming for 40 pips, I believe. On a 1-hour chart, you're aiming for 20 pips, right? So there's no signals on a H1. You can see the signals on a H4, all right? And on a daily as well, you can find some signal, but there's none here, all right? So it's very, very simple. I'm not gonna go too deep into it, of course, because there's other products to go on. But if you go on GoldCup Academy, it will basically talk you through the how to use TeaCup, all right? So you got here, TeaCup 3-color meanings, TeaCup placing a sell limit, TeaCup placing sell limit on your phone, TeaCup functions and strategies, and you can also subscribe to the notifications, all right? So very, very simple, all right? Personally, it's not a service that I use. I don't use TeaCup because remember, different strategies, different services work for different people. I found what works for me. TeaCup might work for you. I mean, there's many customers within my group that use TeaCup and are receiving some really, really good results, all right? So that's TeaCup. Very, very simple. It comes under the bracket of GoldCup, and you've got 2 different services. They're basically the same. TeaCup is based around algorithms that send you the signal. Master's TeaCup is based around actual traders sending you the signal. So to be on more on the safe side, I'll recommend maybe taking more of the signals on the Master's TeaCup, all right? We got a hell of a lot of people on the call today. All right, perfect. So with that being said, we're gonna move on to GoldRush. Right now, before I click on GoldRush, unfortunately, I didn't have stats for TeaCup, but on GoldRush, I have got stats. And so if you just take up the last week, okay, last week Monday to Friday, GoldCup have a 6-0 ratio, which means they called out 6 trades. All 6 trades were in profit. Okay. And now, for anyone that doesn't understand what GoldCup is, it's a gentleman goes by the name of Luke Longmire, and he basically calls out trades on GBP pairs, gold, and US 30. All right. Originally, it was just gold, and then they added GBP pairs and US 30 because they move in a similar fashion. All right. So last week, 6-0. Now, for those who don't want to take too many signals, all right, let's say you're very, very busy. You maybe work 9 to 5, right? Or maybe you're a full-time parent, whatever it is, you're quite busy and you don't have time to take too many signals. GoldRush, will be a good service for you to use because there's about 1 trade a day that they give out, all right? About 6 in a week, sometimes 5, sometimes 7. But I believe in a week, there's never more than 10 trades given out. So if you want to consistently profit through signals, but you don't want to take too many trades, GoldRush is a great service for you to use. And it's very simple. You're just going to go on view patterns. I don't believe there's any signals out right now, but it's even more simple than, TeaCup. You're just taking a signal. There we go. There's a signal. This is probably, I believe this is a live, this is a buy entry, all right? So this is a live signal right now. So what you're going to do, you'll just log on, right? You can go to the minute 30, all right? You can check if there's any signals. There's none. You go to the hour. You can check if there's any signals. There's none. You go to the 4 hour. And as you can see, there's a signal right now. So this, you guys can take this right now. If it's still active, we'll see. But it says, look, buy entry at 1412, right? So if this is valid, what Luke's saying is that, look, you want to buy over here at this price. So if we look at let's actually see what it is. 1412. 1412. Right here. So this is actually a valid trade right now. So you guys can actually take this signal, okay? You've got the stop loss there, and you've got the take profit as well, all right? Take profit is, where is it? 2-2. Around about here somewhere. So I believe that's how many pips that he's looking at. Wow, that's quite a lot of pips. That's like, whoa, that's like 100 pips. This is a 100 pip move. So as you guys can see, the way gold moves, is very, very, like you catch a lot of pips in a short move. And so that's why, Luke doesn't need to call that many trades, okay? We got some comments in here. Entering right now. Okay, yeah, you guys can enter. So look, you got your entry price, stop loss, take profit. 1 and 2, you got 2 take profits. That's a 100 pip move. But you guys literally live signal right now. You guys can take it, right? So there's another signal service, all right? Predominantly it's based around, again, like I said, gold, GBP pairs, and US 30. But a big disclaimer, okay? When you're taking a gold trade, I highly recommend use a slightly smaller lot size, right? For anyone that knows about gold, gold moves like double the pip count of majority of pairs, all right? US 30, I believe you need, a sustainable amount in your account. Correct me if I'm wrong, anyone, but I believe you can only use a standard lot on a US 30, all right? So you need a larger account for those signals. And obviously the GBP signals, you can use your usual risk management. But here again, we've got a professional trader, Luke Longmire, who's focusing on 3 pairs that move very, very similar, all right? So it's a very, very similar trading style, right? Where does he post the signals? Okay, so if you've got GoldCup, right, you can subscribe to alerts here at the bottom left. Subscribe to notifications, all right? Also, there's a Telegram group, right, where he will actually post an alert on the group. He won't put the signal in the group, of course, because anyone can see it, but he'll post an alert that there's an update on GoldRush, a signal, excuse me. And so once you've seen that, you'll just log in, look, imlgoldcup.com, and then you'll basically go in here, you'll see the live signal. Okay, it'll be right here. So I'm actually going to place this when we come off the call, because that's looking like a serious move. For anyone that can understand how Luke trades, is very simple, support resistance. You see you got resistance level over here, broke, retest as support. So he's looking for that to go up to at least this area, okay? So on that note, again, don't want to take up too much. There's not much to be said about this signal service, but what you just got to understand as customers is I will send a Telegram group. Okay, I'll put it on a P600 group. So everyone is connected to a P600, so I'll post it on a group and then, ask your upline for the link to the Telegram group and they'll give it to you, okay? So there's not much to be said about it, but the thing that you guys got to understand is you want to find a product that works for you. This might work for you because there's only 6 trades given out, right, in a week. And, it's on 3 specific pairs that move in a very similar fashion. So this might work for you. Or TeaCup might work for you because, the strategies are so basic. Like you're just looking at candles, right? Green candle, red candle, same level. Yep, put a sell stop. That might work for you, right? And then moving on to the next one, price trap, which is new. Price trap is blown a lot of people away, simply because of the results that's happened since it's come out. For anyone that doesn't know what price trap is, it's basically another strategy made by a gentleman called Christopher Derrick. For anyone that doesn't know Christopher Derrick, when I first started, I used to watch this gentleman literally every single day. I'd be on his case. Had the pleasure of meeting him when we flew out to Vegas. He was literally my favorite IML TV educator because he has a very, very simple strategy as well. And, he's big on a mindset. And one thing that I probably shouldn't say this because it doesn't do justice to risk management. But, Christopher Derrick, one of the best traders, what he actually done, which was incredible, he managed to turn a $200 account to $64K in 24 hours, all right? And I know this is recorded, so I probably shouldn't say that, only because of risk management. But, results are not typical, and past profits do not guarantee future profits. But, hey, that's what happened. It's live on YouTube as well. So Christopher Derrick is an amazing trader, very, very talented. And so he's developed a strategy that is based around trapping price in consolidation, okay? And everybody knows that's done their basics. Once price is in consolidation, you don't trade within that zone, but what you do, you wait for a breakout and a retest, okay? So if it breaks out of, let's say this is resistance, price breaks out of resistance, it will retest the support, you get in for a buy. If this is a support level, price breaks out of support, retest as resistance, you're going for a sell. It's a very, very simple strategy. So what price trap does, it recognizes consolidation zones for you, okay? And I'm gonna show you guys in a second. It will recognize a consolidation zone for you, and it will give you 2 options, whether it's gonna break out resistance and retest or break out support and retest. Now, just as a stat, price trap last week, so from Monday to Friday, placed 18 trades that they placed on a signal on this app. 16 wins, all right, and 2 break evens, all right. Now the only difference between this, all right, because that's a really good stat. Imagine in a week, 16 wins out of 18 trades, 0 losses, 2 break evens. The thing about this one, this is not really like a signal. It just gives you the consolidation zone. So you've now got to basically watch anticipate the move happening. So it's not going to call out when you should get in a trade. It's going to just give you the consolidation zone and give you the 2 markups of, ideally when you should get in. But it'll be your job to actually anticipate the movement happening and get in on your own accord, right? That may work for some people, right? Because, they just might want to see consolidation zones, right, given to them so they can know what pairs to analyze and you can get in from there. But 16 wins in a week, that's a pretty good record, all right? And they're only aiming for 30 pips. So these are very, very short bursts in momentum in the move in the markets, right? So I'm gonna go on price trap so you guys can see it. Very, very simple to understand. Does he also do GBP pairs on it? I've been and subscribed for a few months and I haven't seen. I'm sure he does. Look, GBP CAD. There we go. First one we see, GBP CAD, right? So this is how it works, all right? So they've basically trapped price in this zone, all right, in this little consolidation zone over here. And look, he's giving you 2 options, all right? First one is if it breaks resistance, retest the support, you'd get in over here for a buy. And you guys can't really see it because the move actually happened. But It breaks support, retests resistance, starts dropping down. Okay? And exactly what he drew out. He drew this before this move happened, but exactly what he drew out is basically what happened. All right? Let's look at a couple others. Let's look at NZD cap. Let's see what happened. Okay, this one's basically invalid right now, I believe. Or it might still be playing out. Euro USD. Okay, so this one's actually, it hasn't happened yet. So as you can see, price is trapped in this consolidation zone. So the trap price and consolidation. And what they're waiting for is a breakout, retest, getting for a buy over here for 30 pips. Or if it breaks out of support, retest and getting for 30 pips for a sell. All right. This is like extremely simple. And it's almost so basic that people don't like to trade this way. All right. But from the stats, as you can see, it works. 16 wins in a week out of 18 trades, 0 losses, and 2 break evens. All right. Because if you can imagine, if you trap price, there's only 2 ways it can go. It can either go up or it can either go down. All right. Let's look at another one, AD CAD. So this is what you'll see. You'll log on, all right, and you'll see, can you see, look, price is now trapped in this zone. So it will give you basically the core, it even gives you like a little like pointers, wait for break of support floor, wait for retest. When price closes below previous level of support, then you'll get in. Once price confirms support as new resistance ceiling, after save enter, price doing a shift momentum. Basic, so it's just giving you coordinates, right? So price is trapped in this consolidation zone. If it breaks out, retest, getting for a buy. If it breaks out, retest, getting for a sell. Okay? So what you can do, for those that may find this one useful, you just write down AUD CAD in your notes and maybe check it every couple of hours to see what's happening. Or you write down Euro USD in your notes. Check it every couple of hours. This may be a good strategy for you and it may not. All right? But then again, the reason why I know it's so great is because there's so many different strategies. But the thing that you don't want to do, you don't want to basically use everything at once. Find something that works for you. Use it for like a week. Just use it using that. If you're going to use price trap, just use price trap alone for a week or 2 weeks or 3 weeks and test it out. If it's for you, you would be like, yeah, I can understand this. If it's not, move on to maybe GoldCup, TeaCup, or the last one I'm going to go through is SwipeTrades. Okay, so I hope you guys understand price trap because it is fairly new. And a lot of customers don't understand how it works, but there you go. All right, so that's price trap. So the last one we're going to do is, more and more people coming to school. Last one we're going to do is SwipeTrades. Now, for me, I started personally using SwipeTrades. I opened up a new live account with my man Abdul. I'm not sure if he's on a call, but SwipeTrades, I believe in order to really profit from SwipeTrades consistently, you just need to understand how to use it. SwipeTrades is probably good, I'll be completely honest, for people who have a bit more time on their hands and they want to get into as many trades as possible, all right, as many trades, okay? If you're somebody that is really busy and you don't have time to look at your phone maybe once an hour, because I believe that's ideally, you probably want to check your phone once an hour on SwipeTrades if you're using it. If you don't have that much time, maybe use something like GoldCup because there's only like small amount of signals, okay? Now, SwipeTrades is based around volume, all right? So volume signal app. So it's different from like GoldCup, which is like 6 trades that's given to you in a week. SwipeTrades will be like, you're going to hear the stats in a second. There's a hell of a lot of signals given out. So it's based around volume. So what does that mean? If something's based around volume, that means you're going to expect to receive a lot of losses, all right? Because there's a lot of trades, all right? And so if you're not using SwipeTrades properly, the reason that you can get to a position where you're not profiting is if you're taking all the wrong trades, okay? Because I'll give you an example. This is a stat. Last week, SwipeTrades done 29 wins, 15 losses. So the last 4 weeks, SwipeTrades have basically done a 1-to-2 ratio. They've always won around double the trades that they've lost. So 29 wins last week, 15 losses, all right? The week before that, 38 wins, 20 losses. The week before that, 42 wins, 20 losses. As you can imagine, that's a lot of volume. So if you haven't got time to place all them trades, then, you know, ideally use a different signal service. If you have got a bit of time, then taking all those trades, as you can imagine, that's a lot that's a lot of pips you're catching. All right, put it that way. These are all quite short term as well, like 30 pips, some are 20, I think max 40 to 50 pips, but mainly about 20 to 30 pips that these are catching. So you're like in and out of the market very, very quickly. It's based around a lot of speed and a lot of volume, right? So the thing that you don't want to do, right, with swipe trades, in my opinion, is pick and choose different trades, or don't. If you don't take all of them, you probably won't see the maximum results, simply because, let's say last week they had 15 losses, all right? And let's say, God forbid, you only took 15 trades and you took all the losses, and the other 29 trades were all wins and you missed them all. So this is what happens to you. It's almost like you have to take all of them or near enough all of them to reap the bigger benefits, as is based purely around volume, okay? So what I'm gonna do, I'm actually just gonna show you swipe trades. It's very, very simple, all right? I'm gonna have to use my phone for this. So I'm gonna log into my demo account, all right? So give me 1 second. Let me just find myself on here and make myself host. Because I'm actually logged in like twice. I'm logged in from my phone and I'm logged in from, there we go, more, make host. All right, so I've just made myself host on the phone so I can basically show you guys how this works. All right, so let me go to, okay, if you guys can put a share content screen, if you can put a free in the chat box, start broadcast. If you can see my screen, it'll be my mobile phone screen in a second. Sweet, this is so cool. All right, cool. Can you guys see that? Yep, okay, perfect. So as you can see, I've got my MT4 and I've got swipe trades, all right? So we're gonna log into swipe trades. And swipe trades is, again, very, very simple, okay? Imagine if the first update, right? Imagine. All right, so there's two signals that are given out. There's a signal which is for you to take a trade, and there's an update for you to either make an amendment to your existing trade, like maybe come out of the trade because it's looking like it's consolidating, or maybe move your stop loss to entry because it's in profit. That's an update. Or they might give you an update like it says here, stop loss hit on gold. All right, so a signal on gold earlier, hit stop loss, and they're just updating you so you can check. All right, so what you'll do when you receive an alert on swipe trades, all right, the tick button, you're going to click it. And I'm not going to go through this one only because this is only an update, it's not a signal. I pray that we find a signal on this. Okay, thank you. All right, so this was 4 hours ago. Now, when it comes to swipe trades, you probably want to be taking trades within the hour. So this signal given out 4 hours ago, you probably wouldn't take it because the market has probably moved in that direction. So if it says less than 1 hour ago, those are probably the best trades to look at on swipe trades, okay? All right, perfect. So you'll click on the plus button, okay? As you can see, that signal is supposed to say gold, but anyway, you got the H1 time frame. It says buy by market, okay? So if you received it right now, you can literally buy it right now. But let's say you received it 30 minutes late or 45 minutes late, and you're not sure if it's active, it actually gives you an entry price, which meant if it hasn't passed that price yet, then you could place the trade. So if you can look at the right-hand side, you should see a little box. You'll copy that, data copy successfully, and you'll go to your MT4. All right. So this is my swipe trades account. You put a small account in here, and as you see, somewhere in profit, right? So you'll just go to, what was it, gold, right? XAU USD, you go to trade, you'll go to buy stop, right? Or if you're gonna literally place the trade on market execution, you can just go market execution, you can go buy by market. That's what they're given. But this is an old trade, so of course we'll do a buy stop. All right. Put a price in there. All you're gonna do, you're literally copying and pasting with swipe trades. It's actually quite simple. All right. Stop loss. All right. It's funny because Luke called a buy as well, right? So I'm actually just gonna place this and see what happens. And then you got your take profit. I hope the screen's not moving too fast. As you can see, 1419, you copy it. And then you place. All right. Make sure you know what your lot size is, all right? And I'm going to place that. Done. So that's now a pending order on SwipeTrades, okay? So if I was to go back, it's just going to tell me the next one. GBP USD, close in minus 10 pips. Again, that's an update. So if you're not checking that and you miss it, you may be losing trades that you shouldn't be losing, right? So if I was to click on it, I'll go back, see what else is there. Euro NZD buy limit. I believe I'm already in that trade. As you can see, I'm in that trade. That's active. Euro NZD is activated, as you guys can see. All right. We click on it, go back, and it goes back to the beginning. All right. So that is SwipeTrades. It's very, very simple. SwipeTrades is not hard to use, but understanding how to use it is the important part. Because like I said last week, they did 29 wins and 15 losses. So that's a lot of trades you're taking. Like that's an average of like almost 10 trades in a day, right? Maybe 8 to 10 trades a day. So if you've got time to do that, then good. That's good on you because you're catching a hell of a lot of pips because it's based around volume. If you haven't, maybe look to Price Trap. Price Trap, you probably need a little bit of understanding of how the market moves in terms of candles. So like for a complete new beginner, if you got a lot of time on your hands, use SwipeTrades as volume. If you haven't got a lot of time in your hands, use GoldCup. If you're starting to understand how price moves, you can start looking at actually TeaCup as well. If you have no experience, TeaCup, they give out signals. Now Price Trap, that is literally, they have probably, you know, the best results in a week, 16 wins. So if you can start to understand how price moves in terms of break and retest, Price Trap is a great service for you to use because it's based on consolidation and breakouts. All right. So on that note, what I'm going to quickly do, let me just stop the sharing. All right. So what I'm going to do is how do I make myself host again? All right. Well, what we're going to do, we're going to do questions and answers. All right. Someone said 2 signals on gold standard lot. You're done for the month. On gold, use a standard lot. Don't use a standard lot, but if you use a standard lot, you're done for the month. All right, I'm going to stop sharing, right? And then we'll do questions and answers. Stop recording.